Alright, we are off to do the Rising. Just have to find out where the hell it is first. Ah, Wandering Minstrel. Why would I even think otherwise? Alright, we are off to do the Rising here in, 2022. Newfound Journey. And there is the, of course, the Rising, logo. The Wandering Minstrel has a request for an experienced adventurer. Clockwork Solus. Greetings, friend. By your dauntless bearing, I assume you are an adventurer. As for myself, I am a humble, wandering minstrel, one who draws inspiration from the daring deeds of those in your calling. If you have a moment, there's a favor I would ask of you. Will you not hear me out? In part due to the promotional efforts during the recent Moonfire Fair, more people are seeking to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the ways of the world, however, and I fear they might fall prey to less principled types in Ul'dah. If one such as you were to help them on their way, I would feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take a fledgling adventurer under your wing? I'm truly grateful. Now, I believe a carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go and wait at the Gate of Nald, chances are a soul will wander in who just embarked upon the path of adventure. Pray greet them and offer them your help. Worry not, you'll have no trouble identifying them. But you need but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say it'll feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you're greeted by a helpful stranger. To the Gate of Nald. Let's actually turn on the BGM. Okay, so the Gate of Nald. Here is our destination. Oh yeah. They are just absorbed by their surroundings. %. Oi, adventurer, over here. Is this your first trip to Ul'dah? Welcome to Ul'dah. Welcome to Ul'dah. To have the Warrior of Light greet you. Who are you? I'm the Warrior of Light, motherfucker. An experienced adventure, you say, and you want to help me on my way? Well, I could certainly use some guidance. I've never been anywhere near as big as busy as Ul'dah. My name is Nahagi Jaka, but just Nahagi will do. And as you rightly guess, I'm an aspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So, I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where it is? It's right behind you. Right there, the quicksand. Just through that door, is it? Thank you, I'll head there at once. But... he's an eager sword, isn't he? Nagi rushes off before you can offer further explanation. Perhaps you should follow him to the quicksand. Perhaps I should. In and out, in and out. Come on, Nagi, you can do this. Oh, it's you again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's heartening to have you here, too. Momodi. Why, hello there. What can I do for you today? The lad's here to register, is he? Yes, madam. I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nahagia Jakia, and I'm 16 years old, practically a man grown. Oh god, he's 16. Hee, aren't we a lively one? Momodi's the name, and if you want to be an adventurer, you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it, really. You just need to write your name in the register. Come, come. With that, you're officially a member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. He's 16, Momodi. He's 16. Now then, normally I'd offer you the grand tour. But in light of present company, I reckon you ought to have it from her. She's a renowned adventurer, after all, the bleeding champion of Eorzea, and you could do far worse than to get her advice. That's me. To begin with, mayhap you could recommend a guild here in Ul'dah for Nahagi to join. If it's too noisy in here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I'd appreciate any advice you can offer. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. Alright, let's talk guilds. I'm all ears, Samira. Venturing can be dangerous. What attracted you to it? Or why did you want to become an adventurer? Merchant who was in the carriage with me, a breed something, asked me much the same thing. At the time, I couldn't give a proper answer. I had reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Ul'dah, it's become clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon. Wanted to see it with my own eyes and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it then? Traveling, that is. Oh my. I love traveling. There's nothing like the thrill of seeing new sights. So you do, so you do. I have an older sister. During the calamity, we fled Gridania and took refuge in a village in the mountains. I ended up staying in that secluded place, and it's long been a dream of mine to travel the world. But inexperienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need? Live a life on the road. Fighting arts. I see, a place where I can learn how to protect myself and others. If I recall correctly, Ul'dah is home to the Pugilists and Thaumaturges guilds. And the Gladiators! And the Gladiators! Of those two, I choose the Pugilist. I've always enjoyed rigorous exercise, and I'm quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild for me. I'll go and join at once. Will you be alright by yourself, or I can show you to the guild if you like? I can show you to the guild if you like. No. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine. If you still have time, though, could we meet again afterwards? There are a few more things I'd like to ask you about. Of course. Great. I'll look for you here when I'm done. Going to meet Haemon Holy Fist. You wait a good while, but there's no sign of Nahagi. Perhaps you should look in on him at the Pugilist Guild.
That was a most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say that I'm not these things anymore, of course.
You're too kind, Master Haemon, and I'm sure you're still all those things and more. Now, Nahagi, take care you don't flatter the old man overmuch. His neck couldn't bear his head getting any larger. Chichuto.
Oh, Lord. They're gonna get along famously.
Oh, Samira, I'm glad to say pugilism agrees with me. My thanks for your recommendation.
Well now, Samira, to think that you're the one who sent Nahagi to us. The lad possesses rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in our art. Right then, my boy. Remember today's lesson well and keep at your training. Next time, we shall try something a little harder.
Nod. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So engrossed was I in the combinations I lost track of time. Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that if I'm resolved to walk an adventurer's path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, he asked that you accompany me if you're willing. He's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange. There we go, Wandering Minstrel. My friend, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to entrust the task to you. What? Do you mean to say Samira approached me at your behest? Oh, that was Nahagi. She did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of the times. While any number of subjects would be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers. In thus bringing different generations of adventurers together, I had hoped for inspiration to strike, and I'm pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nahagi to begin walking his. A reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the present and the past are deeply entwined, and if we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter. And this brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the Calamity, the event which gave rise to the realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well now, that sounds like not unlike a treasure hunt, and that'd be my very first task as an adventurer. What do you say, Samira? Shall we do it? Excellent. When you have your items, pray seek me out at the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin our search there. Come on, let's begin looking around. Nagia Jakia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. It's an escort quest.
Welcome, welcome. What is it you're after? Objects with a connection to the Calamity, you say? Well, I have just the thing, an amethyst ring from Ishgard, steeped in sentimental value. 5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cartno, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eorzea when his nation would not. Alas, the man never arrived in the flats. En route, he came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon, and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, an heirloom passed down through his line.
What a tragic tale, but I wonder, how did the ring find its way back? If the knight fell, it seems the merchant couldn't have survived unscathed.
I remember now. Though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking down the dragon, and with his last breath he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, yes, that's how it happened.
So what do you say?
If you're interested, I would be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only. This feels a bit dubious.
Shall we look around some more? There's bound to be other things out there.
There's a, discuss the local cuisine. Ooh, is this local cuisine? Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food. From simple fare to exotic feasts, I look forward to sampling everything too. Alright. Looking for more... over here. Jibantia. Greetings and welcome to my exhibit. Feel free to browse at your leisure, and don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. We're looking for objects that bear a connection to the Calamity. Do you have anything that fits the description?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yonder painting entitled The Sultana's Seven depicts an inspiring event from the Calamity. 'Twas the final days before the fall of Dalamud, its inexorable approach foretelling our impending doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned to the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ul'dah. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Nanamo took to the streets with a guard consisting of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with their Sultana. There she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens, the realm lies upon the brink of the 7th umbral era. Yet so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. Brought to their senses by her words, the people laid down their arms and set about the healing wounds they themselves had inflicted on Ul'dah, and those who returned from the battlefield found their home much as they had left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. Your Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Ul'dah is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It's indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. So far, so good. Let's look around just a little more. We're here. We have discussed the House of Splendors. House of Splendors? What kind of place is this, I wonder? I see you're not familiar with the house. We offer wares in exchange for scripts, but our services are only available to those whom we know and trust. So if I want to be a customer, I need to make a name for myself. One day, Nahaki. One day. And then Nanabe. Greetings! From daily necessities to unusual curios, I deal in all manner of wares. If there is something in particular you seek, you need but ask. Objects to do with the Calamity. The two of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case, I have something that may be of interest. It is a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. The man recorded his experiences during the Calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. Oh, an adventurer's first-hand account. I'd love to pore over it. Do you keep a journal of your adventures as well, Samira? If so, I'd love to read it too one day, with your permission, of course. Oh, for another historical piece, I also have a scrapbook of articles from The Raven, Britannia's leading tabloid. These mainly cover events outside the Calamity, however. Articles from The Raven, you say? I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back. Right, this looks like as good a spot as any. I don't know about you, but that was all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object. It's been a great experience, and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take to the minstrel. Have you made up your mind? The Retired Adventurer's Journal. Without a doubt. I see, I see. I did consider that too, but in the end settled on something else. What is it? If you don't mind, I'd like to keep it a surprise. Come, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the minstrel awaits. You attain the Retired Adventurer's Journal. Doodaloo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Welcome back. You've each found an item, I trust. Now, what have we here? The Journal of an Adventurer, you say? Despite the vendor's claims, such records typically do not have much historical value on account of their limited perspective and inherent partiality. Yet, by the same token, they have great value to me, for they offer a glimpse into the writer's heart. There's no richer material for penning verses. Now then, what have you, Nahagi? And what might this be? There's a scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister is a reporter for the tabloid. During the calamity, she traveled the realm interviewing adventurers about their journeys, and I love nothing more than to hear her tales. They seem like such a diverse crowd, adventurers. No two people were alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found myself admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled in me the desire to see the world, to become an adventurer. That's why I chose this scrapbook. I see. The footprints someone leaves on their journey become the starting point for another. Yes, a verse comes to me. A blessing for their souls who are taking their first chari steps into the unknown. Pray, lend me your ears. I am not going to sing this because you do not want that. Oh, the echo. We're being sent to Yoshi P. In his cosplay getup. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your wearied mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are an inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurer's journey, the world is constantly moving toward the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet I ardently believe that it is a small but significant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on to the distant horizon and beyond. Now the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to walking your path, and know that you are in our hearts always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. Gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set out on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together, and I hope to see you again somewhere out there. Come what may, never forget to smile. Pass my regards to your sister. I look forward to hearing your tales. I look forward to hearing your tales. Though much and more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continue to set forth, paving the way into the future. In such a moment in history do we stand. For you, I would perform another song. Your life is a riddle to bear gladness and grief, 'neath stars and through storms, the answers to seek. Your footprints are threads to be gathered and woven, a song of dawn resplendent, dancing high to the heavens. From the embrace of the gods through mankind has been torn, upon winds eternal lives and memories are born. The future is unwritten, bring it rapture or sorrow, our journey shall continue unto tomorrow and tomorrow. I hate those fireworks. I really do. I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nagi set off? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling adventure? Or did it awaken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Honestly, fond memories of my own humble beginnings. Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when you are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. So long as you harbor love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end. There we go. Gonna get the hell out of the answers zone. So yeah, that was The Rising, 2022, the 9-year anniversary. Yeah, that's taking a fledgling adventure and showing them how it be in Ul'dah. I like that. I like that a lot. And we're going to get Clockwork Solus out and see. Minion guide. Clockwork Solus, summon. Designed in the likeness of Solus von Zos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, this automaton was created in the royal workshops to commemorate the 9th anniversary of his ascension. Several units were dispatched to the provinces as a show of the nation's technological prowess. I should be the one to sigh. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ah, there's the snap. There's the snap. Okay. So that about ends this episode of this special Rising episode of Final Fantasy XIV on Way Too Late TV. Stay tuned for more ffxiv PvP OMG coming up not too further on from this episode's release date. So, I'm Sam. If you'd like to join me any day of the week, any time of the day, you can do so at waytoolatetv.com. That is waytoolatetv.com. And on waytoolatetv.com, you can find my Twitter, my YouTube, which you're on right now, and you will find playlists for almost every series that I do. I'm still working on that. And a couple other bits and bobs that I'm sure you'll find entertaining. So, that is over at waytoolatetv.com. Catch the excitement. In the meantime, good night, my night owls. Sleep well. Boop. When you get there. Way Too Late TV.